Hello and welcome to the DFS underscore PhD show for Thursday Night Football. Today, September 26th. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. I do need to do that late swap. I think I did that late swap. Might as well be us. I did not do that late swap. So click that here. Yeah, I got a lot to say about Brett Favre, but man, I don't care about Parkinson's until he pays back that money. Um, yeah, so as always, we are sponsored by PredictionStrike. Use promo code PhD to get the best deposit match deals. I'll have sometime soon up my picks for this weekend based on KPR's picks, All-Star DFS's picks. So check out his video as well for MMA. Now on to today's slate. So it's an interesting slate, and the reason why is Darius Slayton is hurt or ish. He limited practice all week, so that was the clue that McCaffrey wasn't a real candidate to play. So even if he's active, you gotta. I'm not sure what to do quite. But for the time being, I'm assuming if he's active, he plays. If he's not active, he doesn't play. Obviously, he can't play. But if he's not active, we know who will step up into the role. Hyatt is the next level receiver, and he would have a tripling of his opportunity and become the best play on the slate. So don't miss it. If we get news Slayton inactive, you must build today one set of lineups with Slayton in and one set of lineups with Slayton out. That's just how it is. Similarly, there's a little bit of an uptick in opportunity for Tyrone Tracy. Who knows if that's going to continue going forward? I have taken some alts. Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention we do have our dislike guy back, so if you could like the video to overwhelm the dislike guy, amongst other things, obviously, comment, subscribe, etc., whatever helps the visibility of these videos. I think we're up over 300 subscribers now, so appreciate you guys, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. 500K. Oof, disappointing that we've got all we've got up top. This is pretty early in the season to have that be the number we're looking at, but that's okay. Ooh, I guess baseball's not going well. Median negative ROI, or is that? Oh, right. I entered 11. Okay, I entered 11 satellites and not and 10 regular competitions for early. So my median is going to be negative because it's a satellite. So, I'm not really expecting to win the satellite on average. Okay, that makes sense, especially after some stuff has happened and you are probably dead in a lot of cases. Okay, so on to today's slate. I got some rules for you. I know some people like the rules the best. And thank you again to Alhambro for the sharp eye last week so here's something for you guys at home. You might have seen this happen by accident before. If you build a rule and you switch from automatic to manual, um, yeah, if you go from manual to automatic or back or forth, it resets it to automatically be use minimum one. So I had that at the end of the video last week. Needed that help. Thank you very much. And so this week we have got it correct, and we are using max one of Singletary and Tracy with our tracing ascending rule, which we added because this is going to be in play for a few weeks, I think. I like this guy. Singletary has obviously got the most proven upside and probably will have the most consistent upside today. However, over the season, I, I think probably Tracy will eventually get to at least a split back roll. So I have Tracy ascending as a rule, and then I bump his projection. And then I have the other wide receiver for New York. The one, play the one. He's amazing, man. I can't say enough about him. Malik Nabers is a joy to watch. Like we got a couple of them in this rookie class that are just incredible. I don't know if we've had wide receivers at quite this level. No offense. We got some good ones recently, but wow, what's the ceiling on these guys, huh? Very fun to see. But yeah, but besides him, besides the one that, you can't cover, yeah, put three guys on him, who cares? And like, you've been seeing it, like he's un-Daniel Jonesable. Like Daniel Jones throwing him those lame ducks, like throwing him wild jump balls, and he's just like, sure, fine, I'll just jump higher than all the other guys and catch the ball. And so he's going to get a ton of opportunities. You should see, I mean, bet ladders on Malik Nabers until they appropriately have his over under at like 90 yards or something. This guy is insane, and he's going to get just like 6.5 I saw for receptions. He's going to get 12 targets, like for sure. I don't know. I would be super surprised if he didn't get 12 targets in this game. Oh, by the way, I have made some slight changes here. In the case that Slayton is in, I think that the line will be a little tighter than the current average case. And I get there mostly by taking a little away from Dallas and adding like a little to the Giants. If Slayton's out, I project slightly lower for the Giants. So just back to SaberSim for the Giants and a little bit lower for Dallas. So I think that a little lower, 23. Yeah. So not quite as hot. Okay, so that is all of those changes and all of the rules so that you can get your SaberSim up to date with my projections here. I made a couple of changes that are just based on opportunity. And you know, this typically is why I will lose today or tomorrow. Today. It's Thursday. It's good to, double check what day you're living in from time to time. It's kind of important. It's not. I mean, like I live my days like every day is, a good day. I get to do pretty much whatever I want all the time. I'll stop bragging. That's not fun to hear. Okay, so all the time I'm about to pick my kid up from school, and like it's not all the time, but I get like 4 or 5 hours a day. I'm feeling really good about it right now. Okay, so let's look at these changes I made here to these secondary receivers. Right, the guys who are in the rules, right? So you're gonna have Wandale Robinson. Oh, yeah, I just buffed Rico Dowdle, and I think I nerfed Zeke. Is that right? Yeah, 12. Is that a bump? That can't be a bump. A bumped Zeke? Hmm. Doesn't seem right. Do I have a rule on that? Cancel. I don't have a rule on this yet. So I've got them both messed with. I think I want to add a rule. Yeah, I think that I probably want to add a rule of max one for these running backs for Dallas. I'm not sure what's going on here. DK pointed out that the first two possessions was all Dowdle, so I think he's the RB1. So that's why I have to project him higher than I'm projecting Elliott. But that is where their projections are now. So I think when I made this a 12, it was a lowering of Zeke to 12. Yeah, I don't think I really want Zeke to be this much a part of this. So I'll just go back to his adjusted SaberSim. The adjustment being the projected game script, being a little tighter and less likely to favor Zeke in this case. Because I think Slayton's got a little bit of something in the tank, and that's where this is going. If he plays, I'm going to probably play him because, I mean, even though he's limited, he's super, super low priced and he's going to have a ton of opportunity. Yeah, 60% in the flex. Okay, let's not be ridiculous. He will be 24%, so I'll be 48% double in the flex. Pretty good, just like filler opportunity. He catches a pass or two. And I don't want to be over what, 60% total. So he's 5%, so 15% max. Okay. We're not pushing that. But I want to take a huge stand. I'll go 7.5% max on Wandale. Oh, wait, no, on Slayton in the captain. All right, so let's look at the captain now in Slayton, and we make sure we've done our contest sims that we're paying $1 billion for. Okay. Yes. So, no surprise. You've heard me say it. Malik Nabers is a great play today. Oh, right. I should say also, I'm not playing Dak captain. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. Don't know why he's a highest owned captain. Not going to do it. Don't think it's the right thing to do in any game type. Maybe I guess like if you're playing double ups. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should say I don't ever play that. Any type of GPP. If you're trying to win money that involves a hockey stick, what's this? Don't do this. I mean, he's not running. He's not going to run one in for you. That's not that. And I mean, like if you get lucky, and you don't want to use that up on a 20% day, even if it is, like even if you do that, get that kind of lucky. So I'm just saying, not for me, not today. That's my hard stand. And really anybody else is fine. And so as a result of that, I mean, like I don't understand Nabers being the one, two, three, four, fifth highest owned guy. I just don't get it. Just don't get it. And what Devin Singletary? No, not for me. Definitely not. So 100% going to be favoring these wide receivers over Zeke and Devin Singletary. I mean, you know what though? Okay. I will say I do not mind mega overweight Zeke captain. The reason being different game script, right? Like last week, Dallas monster blowout, right? Like let's look. Cowboys stats, and I am aware I have taken the Hunter Luepke over, but I think he was in there, man. Like Hunter Luepke was catching passes like early in that game. He's not, he's part of this offense in a way that's very surprising to me. Yeah, and they weren't out of it last week. So last week, Hunter Luepke was like out there the whole like a bunch. And so let's just look at how much he's even in the box score. I don't think I have to make it up. Yeah, he's out there. He had three routes, caught two passes for 41 yards. So I'm just saying we got him projected for almost nothing this week. So I think I had to include him in a rule and boost him. Or did I just boost him? Yeah, that's what I did. I did not finish doing the rule for Dallas because I boosted Lupke to 6, which is appropriate. He's not projected for enough in SaberSim right now. Make sure you change that. But I got to make sure this rule is in place. So let's do it. Do I have a Dallas wide? I don't want to have two that say Dallas running backs. No. So we're adding it to Max, 1, Dallas, RB, game script. We go stack. We go, no, we go group, and we go manual, and we go no more than one, and we say for following dudes, probably top value guys, Hunter Luepke. And now, what? Ah, edit players, Hunter Luepke. And who are the other? Rico Dowdle. And what's his name? Cool dude, Zeke Elliott. So then we go captain mode, Zeke Elliott. And I think I am going to boost his core meet. So in the case where it's a Zeke game, the median needs to be higher. We have not seen that yet. And so I don't know. I think, mm, hold on. Let me look at the rushing in the previous weeks. In one week, they haven't been ahead at once. That's the problem. Okay. Who's the last guy on this list? Zeke and Rico and Hunter. There we go. Save. Okay. No more than one. Max 1 Dallas running back game script dependent. So rebuild lineups. I'm doing 5,000. You can see my you know what? Yeah, I guess as long as I'm clicking the button, I might as well do my best practice, which is to not include those. With the $200 that are like the most duped, because I don't think it's hard to dedupe those, and until I see a SaberSim video indicating they are properly accounting for the way that you can't just use the geometric mean of ownership there. You have to account for the extra dupes due to whether or not it is the biggest lineup, salary lineup you can fill, because people always click the top salary guy. Click, 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 right? So anyway. Okay. Hey, nice. They've gotten really fast now. Loving the beta right now. It's great on desktop. It's great on what's it called? It's great on mobile as well. Highly recommend it. A little steep pricing, obviously, but if you're moving units and playing, like I saw the 333 tonight. They're trying to give me a BOGO on that. Like if I don't win, they give me money back. So we're considering making a possible bad decision. But yeah, I like that competition. It's got obviously got a great structure. 150K to first in the 333. So yeah, I can see that being attractive, especially if they protect your losses, right? That's dope. That's pretty dope. Okay, probably means yeah. I'm imagining you guys didn't all get that offer. You can. It's been a bad week. Things have not been going well since. I just had terrible runouts. It's been annoying. Like I've had really good setups, and then I'll be like, okay, okay. Asia Wilson's not scoring points today. Cool. Something reasonable like that will happen. All right, so yeah, classic WNBA reference. I know we're all loving the W. You really should be. No excuse not to love the W. Hunter is not in my. Is he in the pool? Because he's not in. Yeah, great. As long as we're considering it, that's all I ask. Okay. Still Neighbors, CD, Rico Dowdle, slamming him. Yep, love it. Singletary. Now we're not getting those captain Zeke's because I changed the projection back. But let me change the projection for Zeke back to. Hold on. First, I wanted to go to. Was he getting rushes? I think that ain't great. Dowdle got a lot of rushes, a lot more rushes. How was that in weeks prior? Because I don't think that's necessarily coming from game script for these guys. I think that might be a frequent thing. It's hard to tell, right? I mean, like, Wait, they won that game. They won against the Browns. Really? Browns must be bad, bad. Yeah, Zeke had 10 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. He led them in rushing and had the most rushes. So, what is this? 4 points plus a touchdown. His median, I don't think, yeah, I don't think that's like a good game for him. Like they were, maybe it is. Hmm. Not sure about this. Maybe, so what would this be? 10 points? And I got him projected for 8? Do I need to do 10? No. I think 10. Yeah, I think this might be fine. Take into account our Zeke. He's pretty high owned. He's not getting snaps. He might not get rushes. That's what I'm seeing now that I'm looking at it. I'm not loving that at all. So take shots if you want to, but if Contest Sims is going to make me do it, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not gonna boost him past 8. Boosting him to 10 as a median is expecting the median outcome tonight is that they smash New York by 14. A little bit much. I think that it's like a median is they beat them by, yeah, whatever, it's 2 points, something a little bit. So I think it's a big Dowdle game, which I guess now that I've said that, should make sure it's represented in all these other things I've said, all these stands I've taken. And it is massively on Dowdle. Yep. So if where's Slayton on this list? Okay, good. Massively on. I expect to be massively on Slayton as well in the case that he is in. In the case that he is out, that's the more interesting case. The other thing here, Tyrone Tracy, right? Because of the Tracy rising rule. I have put a cap of 30% on the odds that Tracy gets the boost, the breakout week. My general guess there is they're going to do it kind of soon. Actually, you know what? NYG bye week 11. So I think by week 11 they're going to want to start working in plays geared toward the new guy because they'll have that extra practice week. So maybe 30% is a little much, but sometime between now and week 11, right? So this is what, week 3? So a little while between week 11. It should maybe lower that. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So 1/8 chance is really what I think. And that's about 12.5%. So don't have to go as nuts as I was thinking for this Tyrone Tracy play. I can just double the field, and that would be completely reasonable with the math. Hunter Lupke similarly is just I gotta make sure it's not a Sims play, but it wasn't. He was out there so much, guys. I just didn't expect him to be out there as much as he was. He was running a lot more routes than like I still am. I don't know what's going on. They're using him like Juxic out there. Like he's really part of the offense, and that's cool. So play him today while people are still not aware of that. Run his. Did I say alt overs? I put something in the thing. Yeah, I took. Oh, the only so they don't have alt overs for anybody good today because you would smash them. So, but they did have like 8.5 to 1 for Lupke to score a touchdown. And I was like, all right, most of these are wild and bad odds, but that one, I don't know. What do we have his odds at for a touchdown? They've got him at 0.03 rushing touchdowns and 0.02 these kind of touchdowns, but I quadrupled the projection. So 0.05 times 4 is 0.2. So yeah, I think 5x is about the par odds, and they're giving you 8x for a touchdown. So yes, I'm on board with that odds for sure still. And yeah, take it if you want to get crazy in the Slayton. No, it's Slayton independent. That's just a fun play I'm doing regardless. Now I have to make sure when I come back over here, I make sure the maximum one Dallas rule is in place. So let's do it. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, I saw that. Neil and DK are doing something. Is that right? Yes, that's fun. Okay, I'll check that out. You should check that out closer to lock. Neil Orfield and DK DFS, two of the best guys. Generally, I'd say generally for DFS strategy. No, I gotta say a positive for Cody Main in terms of specifically for these kinds of like showdown and main slates. Cody took down the main on the Monday double slate. Man, I was like sleepy and I forgot what day it was, and I accidentally said something that was a little passive aggressive. And I meant to say like congratulations and make a pun on his name, but I feel bad. That was a little bit rude, I think. That's why I dialed it back, but you get the notification anyway, so a little bit of a faux pas there. But congrats on the $200,000, Cody. That's what I was trying to say. I am pr I'm proud of you, like some sort of like I have more money than that. Who cares? Like I have some sort of status to be proud. But I like it when somebody who is a tout wins because it's suggestive that we're actually doing something here that is a quest for knowledge, which it's good to get some feedback on from time to time. Once a year is good. I like to get that once a year feedback every now. It's been a little while since my 10K hit in the tennis. Now I guess would be the most recent one. Well, 2 months ago. It's not that long. And I love it with so many different things, so many different slates. Every one, like I was winning the last Showdown slate until the last what wasn't a field goal, and then they went for it, and garbage time touchdown killed me. So went from winning, chopping a bunch of ways because I'm doing the Saber Sim way now, where look, they're projecting the number of dupes per contest, and dupes won. Like the dupes are a reasonable number of dupes. They're working it into the ROI calculation. So yeah, I'm fine with including duped lineups now because I think the ROI calculation is being done to, yeah, that makes it fine to do that. All right, so with Slayton out, we would have one more obvious value play. Not only are we slamming a little bit of Hunter Lupke from time to time, we are now slamming definitely Jalen Hyatt. Hyatt becomes the best play of the slate, 100%. There's no better play on the slate. We are adjusting everything to make sure we're getting Hyatt captain consideration. 40,000, I guess we got to go a little bit lower even. You can, if you want to, in the hot, you know what? Yeah. If you want to, in this situation, go crazy and just like really restrict your salary, you can. Because salary, like, it's hard to get in that mind frame where salary doesn't matter. But when you have a guy becoming the wide receiver 2 or 3, like going to be out there 40% of snaps at min price, salary is gone. Salary not a thing anymore. I mean, even with a third of the snaps for Lupke, I think like salary should not be a major constraint to you tonight. It's more like a slate where there's an underdog going to catch a touchdown, particularly if Slayton's out. I have way more interest in this slate. Probably dial up that 333 offer. I'm way more interested in that if Slayton's out and if there's overlay. But so yeah, there's just a ton of value and people are just not. I don't think they're going to get there. Did we do the contest sims? This is ROI sorted. Okay. A little surprised we don't have that much Jalen Hyatt. We're going to limit our loop key stand to 4x in this case and see if that gives us a bit more Hyatt. No, it didn't. We're not getting to either of them. We're getting to what captains? CD, Malik. Yes, a ton of Wandale. I think I didn't even boost Wandale. That's surprising. Beyond where he already was. Little Tyrone Tracy. Yeah, surprising. Am I not getting some of these value plays in my Slayton out pool? No, they're there. Oh, Theo. Theo Captain's interesting. I've got Theo boosted, so I assume I have a bunch of Theo everywhere. Yeah, I'm gonna be 3 or 4x on Theo today. He's out there. He's running routes. He's like, he could theoretically be targeted. And right. Oh, that's what I did. I boosted him. I boosted Tracy and Theo in the case where the Slayton is out because I think they will do more two tight end stuff rather than necessarily jam a bunch of Hyatt. I'm not sure we're going to get the full whatever 45, 50% would have been the plan for Slayton if it's Hyatt. I think you might get like 35, 40% and some weird, you know, personnel changes. Okay. So I've tried to reflect that in being heavy Theo Johnson in this case. And also heavy Tyrone Tracy. But with Tyrone Tracy, I want to make sure that's reflected Tracy Rising. Yeah, I've got my rule because that's too much. You can't just bump him and not make sure your correlations change because I'm insisting on a different set of correlations than are natural, than are the last 3 games, right? That's where you need to make a change, like in the rules as well, to make sure that your sample, because I want to look at Tyrone Tracy's data set You click on his name, it shows you his little like whatever. And I want to make sure we are sampling this guy is playing and smashing, like the smash data set. So that's why I put it where I do, generally around here, because then it will be forced to mega undersample these ones and only sample these games in the sims that it builds the lineup from. Now that might be a little too heavy-handed now that I look at it. 8.5 seems like, what is that? In the fourth, 2, 4, 6, 6, 8.5. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Exactly where I was thinking it would be. But yeah, so I'm probably going to rebuild a set of absolutely, I already have. That's what these are. These are all absurd lineups, and the median ROI is still over 100%. You see what I mean? You see what I'm talking about? Now, granted, it's assuming that my BS projections happen and not the real projections, but that's what I mean, like, all right, the guy's out. That's what I'm assuming. So, there are probably some ownership changes that I would have to make or whatever, but I think there's more edge on the slate if Slayton's out than if he's in. So take that for what you will. Change your allocations accordingly. And remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us.